Chapter 4. The Concert. Elena arrived earlier at the rehearsal room than she expected. Nobody was there yet, so she decided to go inside to practice a little bit. She felt how she became more and more nervous about her and Ronnie having a chance to perform together. She forgot all about the other guys in the band. Ronnie and Elena. That is what she pictured in her mind. The warm feeling of love rose in her again. She felt in love with Ronnie again and almost allowed the feelings of being in love to conquer her. Suddenly, a dull sound came from the back room. Oh, somebody is here already. That is early, Elena thought, and went off the stage to see who this might be. Nobody here? It's probably a cat I heard. Elena saw a door was cracked open. She saw behind the big boxes a foot moving slowly on the floor. She opened the door and went closer to see what was there behind the boxes. She recognized Ronnie's brown Nike tennis shoes. It's Ronnie's shoes. I know them, Elena thought. Ah, he's already here. I'm going to surprise him right now. Elena was excited about her idea. She jumps out behind the boxes and screams, "Surprise!" Then suddenly she froze, staring at Ronnie in disbelief. Ronnie was shooting up a dose of drugs into his veins. "Ronnie!" Elena raised her eyebrows. "What are you doing?" Ronnie was not expecting anyone to be there yet. He came extra early and was angry that Elena arrived before the appointed time. He did not want her to see him, and even less had he wanted her to find him on that stage. But he could not stop. He had to empty that needle. Elena stood there with her eyes frozen at Ronnie, like being under a shock. She did not move. There was an explosion of thoughts and a blizzard of emotions running through her inner being. She did not know what to think, what to say, or how to move away from the scene. Is it just a dream? Or is it real? Elena closed her eyes and opened them again with the hope to see a different scene. For some unfortunate reason, when she opened her eyes, Ronnie was still lying in a trance between the boxes. He was not responsive at the moment, realized Elena after a while. She runs out of the room, shocked and pale like a wall, not knowing how to respond and what to think. She was broken inside. Everything lost its meaning in her life. Tears were running down her cheeks. She tried to be strong and to control her emotions until she reached a point of no return. She went outside and cried bitterly. After a while, Ronnie came outside, justifying himself in a regretful voice. "Elena, I was looking for you. I can explain it. You know I have been taking drugs from when I was 13. It has been hard to come off it. I am at the point where I cannot really function without it. It is my destiny, you know." Ronnie tried to justify his actions. While he was talking to Elena, Elena was boiling with anger inside. She wanted to slap him, for being so stupid to take drugs. Why, Ronnie? Why? Why does it have to be drugs? Drinking a beer? Smoking cigarettes? I could understand. But taking these hardcore drugs? And what about Lily? Does Lily know it? Alina was shouting at Ronnie, hitting him in his chest. Oh, Lily does not know anything about it. Please don't tell her nothing about it. Please. Ronnie pleaded Alina to keep it secret. The car beep interrupted the conversation. Lily arrived in her silver Mini Cooper. The housemaid dropped her there. Ronnie ran towards Lily to give her a kiss. Alina was just sitting there, faking her smile and letting the situation just pass. She was not able to talk to nobody the entire situation at all. People were strolling and chatting and filling the pub while music was playing in the background. When the group was called to perform, Alina put on her sunglasses to hide her swollen from crying eyes. Alina felt miserable. She only could think of the scene in the stage room. She could not wait for the concert to be over. When the audience was calling encore, Alina sneaked out. She needed distance from the situation. The sun set, the sky turned gray, then black. Cars gleamed in the reflection of the streetlights. Alina was not able to ride her bike. She just pushed it, walking slowly on the sidewalk. There is no way she could go home. She took the long route, passing her favorite park. No traffic was heard in the park. There was only silence. She wishes she could forget everything that happened today. At midnight, she finally decides to go home. When she was trotting home, emotionally exhausted and broken inside, she only wants to understand the world around her. Laying in her bed and staring at the dark ceiling, she is angry, hurt, and confused. What is the sense in life? Was what she screamed inside. How could I live knowing that I am in love with someone who is totally destroying himself with these drugs? In her desperation and hopelessness, Alina screams as loudly as she possibly could. God, where are you? Who are you? Do you exist at all? I don't know you. Some people believe that you exist somewhere there. But if you exist, show yourself to me. She continues crying and saying in a more pleading voice, I do not know the way out. Everything in my life has just been broken into pieces. My life is so dark and full of pain. I am so lonely and confused. I need answers. If you have the answers and the way out, then I need you. She was crying the whole night through. Despite her sadness, Alina managed to make an entry in her journal that night.